Hi everyone, how are you? Thank you so much for taking the chance to check my YouTube channel. And of course, if you're listening to my podcast channel as well in Spotify and on iTunes, thank you so much. Now, today I have a very special topic or subject matter to discuss with. And as you know, if you have been tracking back my previous episodes in my podcast as well as this vlog, I've talked about a lot of Feng Shui, a lot of Potsi reading destiny. Sometimes I talk about crystals and more subject matters related to the Chinese metaphysics, because I'm really interested in those things, and astrology enthusiast as well. And so right now is a very special topic that I need to share with you guys, because I just thought that we need to prepare for this thing, okay? And I'm talking about a specific subject, which is business opportunities. I think a lot of you right now might be very interested, for those who are planning to open up a business in the near future, like around 20 years from now. Okay, so these are the business opportunities that I might share to you in a short while. Okay, so just to give you a background, again, my name is Hershey, and I'm interested with the topic about Feng Shui and anything about it, as well as Chinese metaphysics. So I came to this subject around 2013. So since then, I already started to check on articles, do a self-study, sometimes attending tutorials, coaching sessions. And fortunately, I guess 2 years ago, I've met a good friend of mine now, who is a Feng Shui master based here in Cebu, Philippines. Her name is Master Judith Eugenio. So if you might need her consultation services, perhaps I could refer you to her. I will just post the link down below so that you could also communicate with her, or if you have any important things to discuss with, I could refer you to her. So before I created this, or before I plan to upload this video, I have already consulted Feng Shui, the Feng Shui master, my friend, with regards to the authenticity, or perhaps if it's a very just cross-reference it to her, or cross-check it with her with regards to the information. So she's a professional in that field, so it's good that I just consulted it to her, okay, to make sure that you readers as well, or being viewers, and my listeners as well, would also get that fact check and verified information from the professional Feng Shui master as well. Okay, so in Feng Shui, let me just give you a brief background for that. So in Feng Shui, guys, there is what we call era or cycle. So per cycle, that is around 20 years. Currently, we are on period 8. However, we are already transitioning to the next period or cycle, as they call period 9. And again, per cycle is about 20 years. So officially, it would start on 2024 until 2043. Okay, but in 2017, we have already transitioned to the period 9 cycle, and I guess this year 2020 we are sort of like in already the period cycle 9. Okay, so I thought that maybe this time frame, we are with this 4 years, we are given this time to prepare whatever plans that we have to, if you want to do some expansion of your current business, or if you want to try a new business and you're still trying to figure out what will be the business that you need to open, to maybe your family business or something. And let me just help you with that regards, and just a shortcut so that you will not be spending too much time to think and research. Let me just give you already the thriving business opportunities in cycle 9, or period 9 as they call it. And period 9 has something to do with digital. It's actually a digital age cycle already. So if you have an existing business right now, you have to make sure that it is period 9 cycle compliant, or you are already tapping to the digital age already, or bringing your products and services that involves technology. Okay, and I will give you a specific example on that in a short while. Now, in Chinese metaphysics, there is what we call the 5 elements, and that is a very basic principle. And these 5 elements are wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. And period 8, that's what we're currently in, is the element for that is earth. Come 2024 to 2043, which is period 9, the element associated to that cycle is fire. So definitely we have to concentrate on the fire business related opportunities. And the sector for the fire is in Feng Shui is actually the south. Okay, so those countries in the southern part of the globe, like South Africa, South America, particularly Brazil, Asia, particularly Indonesia, might be experiencing a very thriving economy in the next cycle. Okay, so what else? Okay, so again, as what I've told you, that the cycle 9 is about associated to fire element, and there comes with it is something to do with about beauty. It associated to beauty, creativity, spirituality, what else? Light. Okay, because it associated with fire. And the thriving business, okay, if you're really interested now, let me just spill that one to you. Well, before that, just like to segue this, that in opening up a business, it's important that we have to prepare, like do case studies, do research, business research, business proposals. We have to check on our strategies. We have to prepare our cash flows, our capital, our strategy, our marketing strategies, our how do we tap our customers, how do we keep our inventories, how do we have to do it has something to do with logistics, it has something to do with the products and services that we provide. As business owners, it is our responsibility as well to really know the business, okay? And we should actually prepare for that. In my case, I'm a business owner, I'm also an entrepreneur, so I did some case studies, I did some research with the business before entering it to make sure of the longevity of the business. So in period 9, guys, again, as what I've told you, it is about beauty and light. So the industries that I think might be good for you, and let me just move my camera, and the period 9 cycle is these industries. I have actually blogged about this, I've written about this already in the previous months or years, I guess. So let me just refresh you, okay? So for fire, guys, these are the associated industries. First is petroleum and fuel, or anything about oil, because that is about fire. Restaurant, food and beverage is a fire industry, because if you want to cook your food, it involves flame, it involves fire, it involves heat. And even though if it's not the era of the fire, food business or the restaurant business is already a thriving business, I guess, right? Would you agree? And the airlines would also be a thriving business in the near future. I understand that currently in the pandemic we have been greatly affected, but in the next cycle for 20 years it will be a thriving business economy. Technology, of course, anything that involves computers and electronics and the engine is actually a fire industry. Those into firearms, military, or the artillery is considered fire industry. What else? If you're into promotion and services, like PR company, or into the marketing or branding company, or if that is what your career is centered to or focused to, then that will be a good industry, perhaps in period 9. Okay, so of course I will be talking about some specific episodes, okay, that would relate to the fire element. Okay, right now it's more on the business opportunities, but I will be discussing about in the next episode of my podcast or of my vlog, fire related health risks that we might face as a human populace in the next 2 decades, I guess. What else? On natural catastrophe and these uncontrollable disasters. Okay, it's good that we prepare if ever they will come in the future, and these are associated to the fire elements. I will discuss that one separately, and of course something to do with our human people, our interests, our social interests as a human person in this planet. What will be our interests? Where will be our concentration come period 9 cycle? Okay, so what else? Yeah, again, I've mentioned beauty. Okay, let's more focus on the business opportunities. Beauty, let's go another sub level down. Let's talk about specific industries, perhaps, so, or products. So beauty, of course, beauty products, anything that makes people look good and beautiful and foster their growth, could thrive. So, aesthetics, you have to think about that, aesthetic value. So salon, spa, name it, or the gym, perhaps, if you have a gym facility, because it has something to do with growth. It has something to do with people looking good. The entertainment industry, so if you are into the performing arts, okay, if you're a singer, if you're a dancer, if you're into theater, acting, or if you're an artist, like an artist, a celebrity, that will be it'll be a good career for you to start with in the next cycle, as well as those as like social media influencers, perhaps. Yes, because that is part of the promoting service that they provide, as well as marketing that they provide. So yes, definitely it will be thriving because it's also making use of the internet or mobile applications, as what I'm telling you earlier. Well into AI or artificial intelligence, robotics, what else? Genome, something have to do with heart improvements or heart developments, perhaps. Something to do about our blood, maybe blood typing, or more about rejuvenation. Spirituality is a fire related industry, because if you're interested with theology, or as a religious leader, if you're trying to have that career path as well, that will be a thriving option for you in the next cycle. Of course, something to do with plastic surgery, Botox, what else? Freezing, cosmetics, liposuction, anything that makes you feel good, it would definitely thrive in the next cycle. What else? Careers like related to being a psychologist, something like that, because that is also one way to, it's also related to fire. If you are a cardiovascular or a cardiologist, perhaps, that could also be related to the fire element of next year. So there you go, guys. I think I have given you a very clear picture already, even though if it is just an overview. And I hope that it provide you a shortcut now. You don't need to further research in that, because I already provided you with an overview of the industries. And let us say if you are currently not a fire industry with your business, so you think that, oh, how can I be compliant with that cycle? Well, if for me, like, I'm a flower shop. I have a flower shop. I'm a florist. I have already prepared that in 2015 when I opened my business. So I have already put a website for my products and services. I uploaded my products in there. People could order through the website. I could deliver them the next day or whatever time that or date that they want it delivered. So it's basically more of online. I'm using online branding and online marketing as well on Facebook, and using different platforms like Instagram, just to make sure that I am visible, that they know that my flower shop is existing here. So I'm definitely tapping the digital aspect of the business as well. So for example, if you are like say like a laundry shop, okay, how can you bring that how can we bring the digital aspect of it? Maybe you could tap a web developer or an app developer, in which your customers could simply install the app and they could actually process their orders in there. You could have a pickup option for their laundry and the delivery as well, and they could track and all those things. So if it's hard for you right now, well, we have the reason why that I have created this recording, because we have at least 4 years to prepare before our final transition in 2024. Okay, so you could tap someone. You could, I could, if you need anything about website development, if you're interested with that, I could refer you to my web developer. If you need help in terms of marketing or transitioning to a digital, what do you call this, digital aspect of your business, if you need help, I could definitely refer you. Of course, that's the reason why that I created this video, because I want to share that information and hopefully help you in a way. And so yeah, just send me a message on my social media accounts, or you could leave a comment here in YouTube or on my podcast channel. You could use the message button on the Anchor podcast channel, and if I could reply to it, it will be recorded and it will be part of the episode as well. So do try that, guys. I'm willing to help you in that sense, and how could you be compliant with the cycle 9 energies for the next 20 years. Okay, and what else? I guess this is just a very short one. It's just around 15 to 20 minutes, so I'm good. Hopefully I have covered you much information. So tune in for my next episode, okay, about health and about certain not so nice or some unsettling natural events that we might face in the next cycle. So if you're really interested, if you want to really prepare yourself for that, then I hope that you could wait for that episode. I will be doing that recording in the next days to come. It will be uploaded in my podcast channel, in my YouTube. So please do hit the subscribe button, please, and click the bell notification button so that every time I have new uploads on my channel, you'll be notified, of course. And yeah, I'm sharing you very valuable information that you could use. You could share this to your friends, your family, your loved ones, your colleagues at work, or your classmates, perhaps for those who are trying to open a business. And I hope that these episodes could really help you out in that sense. So thank you so much, guys, for listening and for watching. I will not keep you that long. Again, just send me a message, okay? So goodbye and God bless to everyone.